Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemper here with the Shift Happens channel. Today, we're going to talk about just general manifesting techniques and just general things about manifesting. I have found that a lot of you come to our community because you're slightly desperate. You need something, you want something, right? And so you're looking to every type of video, every coach, everything like what's the quickest way to get to what you want? And what is it really? What is manifesting? There's so many videos out there with the clickbait, manifest millions in minutes, right? And yeah, you can do that, right? I believe there's infinite possibilities. But let's think about manifesting. What is it truly? When you imagine it, you have it. You've got it. Now, everything that when I joined this community, everything that I learned was counterintuitive to what I've ever been taught my entire life, right? Um, Cause and effect, for example. Seeing is believing, but it's really believing is seeing. It's the opposite of what we think it is, right? I used to think, they did this and they did that and they said this to me, therefore I'm angry. And they did that and therefore I'm sad. Or they did this, now I'm happy, right? We look to everything out here for our validation, for our happiness, for our well-being, for everything. And then all of a sudden I found out that was my biggest turning point, is when I was like, what do you mean I created everything? And at first I was like, but they really did say that. I was extremely bullied at work. And it was when I found out that it was all me creating that, I was like, I would never do that. I would never do that to myself. I like myself well enough. I'm really good at my job. Why wouldn't they like me? They just don't value me. They don't want to promote me. They want to shove me in a box. They want to put me away. They want to fire me. Well, they played every ounce of that role. I created it in my mind. That was the storyline. That was the reality that I was living, because I was creating it in my mind. Because a lot of those conversations I thought were happening, and they could have been happening. They probably were happening. They actually did say some horrible things to me, right? And they played their part extremely well, right? I was an overachiever. Well, I overachieved in my negative thinking as well, right? And so when we say you are the writer, director, producer, the actor, every piece of that theater, you are it. You have created every ounce of it. That is how powerful. So when I first, that was first presented to me, like, well, they said that because you created it. I was like, no way. They really did say that. They're like, yeah, you created that. And when I really got honest with myself and I really dug deep, I realized, yeah, I was living a life of lack. I was feeling extremely inadequate. I just got my doctorate and I was thinking, oh my God, I am a doctor now. I have to have all the answers. Well, of course I didn't have all the answers. I still don't have all the answers. And if any coach ever tells you, I've got all the answers, I've got all this, they're lying. Okay. We don't have all the answers until we take our last breath. I mean, this is what life is about. We think we say manifesting is easy, and it is. But we have all of our limiting beliefs that just rise up, and that's okay, because that is life, right? That's our journey. Because when we encounter those negative, challenging moments, perceived negative, challenging moments, it forces us to look within and expand our self-love for and it really is all about self-worth. When we come down to it, it is about creating that movie in our mind that supports us in the most empowering, aligned way with our God self, right? Because we are God. Like when I say we're God, I'm not saying that we're better than God and we're more than God, or that we are God. God is working through us as us. Dude, you have all the problems and you have all the answers within yourself. How powerful is that? You don't have to go to anyone for an answer. You just have to get quiet, get still, and accept and just be receiving those messages from within. So getting back to my story, when I was feeling very bullied, I was bullying myself because I was pushing myself around because I felt like I wasn't heard, I wasn't valued, I wasn't anything because I wasn't hearing myself. I wasn't valuing myself. I didn't think I was adequate. I had all of these things going against me because I told that story within myself. It wasn't anyone else saying it. They said it after I thought it. So when we say seeing is believing, wrong. It is believing and then seeing. It is cause and then effect. It's not the 3D, oh, they told me this. No, I had those thoughts way before they even spoke them. I know maybe they said them exactly like I thought it, or maybe they didn't. The sentiment was there, the feelings were there because that is how I was presenting myself. And so you also interpret the 3D based on how you feel. So if you're feeling inadequate, you're going to think everything is against you. The world is against you, and it plays its part. If you feel like you're powerful and I'm fine, I am working from my God self, everything is working out, even when, especially when I encounter challenging moments, things will work out in the matter of a higher self, in the higher level. We're leveling up instead of leveling down and allowing the 3D to dictate how we respond. Are you going to react with fear? Or are you going to respond with faith? You always have two choices. What's it going to be? Faith or fear? Faith or fear? It is really that simple. And when you start becoming more aware of your thoughts and that storyline, because you attach so many emotions and stories to every perceived interaction. And sometimes there aren't even interactions. You're creating those from your imagination. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There is no, evidence from the 3D a lot of times of what you were thinking and saying. So when you get on the phone and go, you know what? I bet they think this. Stop it. You're betting on yourself thinking that. You don't know that. And even if they are, so that what? Right? It doesn't matter because what they say or do or think only affects you if you allow it. Cause, effect. If I'm saying good things in myself, you're going to, like Wonder Woman, pew, pew, batting off those bullets without even a problem. I'm like, go ahead and say those things. It's not going to stop me. Making these videos, you could think you can talk. I could easily talk myself out of it and go, people are going to judge me. They're going to judge me. So what? I'm doing this out of the love of my heart because I went through some hell. I want to show you how this really does work. And manifesting is truly the story, the feeling, the thoughts, the words, the feelings that you are creating within yourself. And so I know this hit well with people. If you want to learn how to manifest with joy, love, ease, and fun, because it can be fun. It is fun. That's when you really manifest, but that's a whole nother video. Anyway, go ahead and like, share, comment. That's how we build our community. That's how I get my message out. And I so appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate and love my clients as well. If you want to join me in coaching, go ahead and contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching at gmail.com. All the information is below in the description box. Anyway, until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.